What if I told you that everything keeping you stuck, your bad habits, your lack of focus, your endless cycle of starting and quitting, could be reset in just 24 hours? Not fixed, not solved, but reset. Like shutting down a glitching computer and booting it back up, except this time you're the system. Most people spend years trying to change. They read books, watch videos, make plans, but nothing sticks. And here's why. They never hit the reset button. They just keep adding new habits on top of broken ones. So here's the deal. Give me 24 hours, one single day, and I'll show you how to break the loop, clear the noise, and restart your life from scratch. But if you skip this, if you keep scrolling and do nothing, don't be surprised when you're still stuck in the same place a year from now. Let's get into it. The problem. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, "Tomorrow I'll be better"? You promise yourself you'll wake up early, eat healthy, stop wasting time, but then tomorrow comes, and what happens? You hit snooze, you scroll, you delay, and suddenly it's night again, and you're lying in bed thinking, "I'll start Monday." Here's the brutal truth. Your brain is addicted to your current life, even if you hate it. Psychology calls this homeostasis. Your mind fights change because the familiar feels safe, even when the familiar is destroying you. That's why motivation fades. That's why discipline breaks, because your internal system is designed to keep you exactly where you are. But what if you could interrupt that system? What if you could force your brain to reboot and give yourself a clean slate? That's what the hard reset is. The concept. The hard reset isn't about changing your entire life overnight. It's about one focused 24-hour period where you strip away every distraction, every excuse, and every weak habit, and you prove to yourself that you're capable of more. Think of it like this. Your life right now is a cluttered room. You can't clean it by rearranging the mess. You need to throw everything out first, then rebuild from zero. This 24-hour reset does exactly that. It clears the mental clutter, it breaks the autopilot, and it gives you the momentum to actually start instead of just planning to start. So here's how it works. The 24-hour breakdown. Hour 0 to hour 1, the digital detox. The moment you commit to this reset, you turn off your phone. Not silent, off. No Instagram, no YouTube, no messages, nothing. Your phone is the biggest drug you're addicted to, and you don't even realize it. Every notification, every scroll, it's rewiring your brain to crave distraction. Psychology shows that the average person checks their phone over 100 times a day. That's 100 interruptions to your focus, 100 moments where your brain never gets to think deeply. So for the next 24 hours, you go dark. And yes, it'll feel uncomfortable. That discomfort, that's your brain detoxing. Hour 1 to hour 3, physical reset. Now that your mind is quiet, it's time to wake up your body. Go outside, walk, run, or just move. No headphones, no podcast, just you and your thoughts. Here's what happens. Movement floods your brain with oxygen, clears brain fog, and releases endorphins. You're not just exercising, you're rebooting your nervous system. And when you move without distractions, your brain finally has space to think. Ideas you've been suppressing will start surfacing. Problems you've been avoiding will suddenly feel solvable. Hour 3 to hour 6, the mind dump. Grab a notebook, not your phone, a real notebook. Now write everything, every thought, every worry, every goal you've been ignoring, every excuse you've been making. This is called a brain dump, and it's one of the most powerful psychological tools for clarity. Your brain is like a computer with 100 tabs open. It's slow, overwhelmed, and crashing. Writing everything down closes those tabs. It tells your mind, "I've got this. You can relax now." After the dump, ask yourself 3 questions. What's one thing I've been avoiding? What's one habit that's keeping me stuck? And if I could only focus on one goal for the next 30 days, what would it be? Write the answers. These will become your new operating system. Hour 6 to hour 12. Deep work block. This is where most people fail. They think a reset means rest. No, a reset means intense focus. Pick one task, the one thing you've been procrastinating on, and work on it for 6 straight hours. No music, no breaks to check your phone, no "I'll just take a quick look." 6 hours of deep work will produce more results than 6 weeks of distracted effort. This is how you prove to yourself that you're not lazy, you're just scattered. And here's the secret. After 6 hours of focus, you'll feel exhausted, but also alive. Because for the first time in months, maybe years, you actually did something instead of just thinking about doing it. Hour 12 to hour 18, fuel and reflect. Eat a real meal, not junk, not fast food, something that actually fuels your body. Then sit in silence for 30 minutes. No screens, no noise, just breathe and reflect. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Most people never ask this question. They just react, consume, distract. But in this moment, you'll realize something powerful. You're in control. That feeling, hold on to it, because that's the version of you that's been buried under bad habits. Hour 18 to hour 24. The commitment. The final 6 hours aren't about doing more. They're about deciding who you're going to be when this reset ends. Write down 3 commitments. 1 habit I'm killing forever. 1 habit I'm starting tomorrow. And 1 person I need to distance myself from or reconnect with. Then go to bed early. No phone, no TV, just sleep. Because when you wake up the next morning, you're not the same person who started this reset. You're someone who proved they could disconnect, focus, and follow through. And that changes everything. The truth. Here's what most people don't want to hear. You already know what you need to do. You don't need another video, another book, another motivational quote. You need to stop consuming and start executing. The hard reset isn't magic. It's not a hack. It's just 24 hours of brutal honesty with yourself. 24 hours where you stop lying about not having time and prove that you do. Most people will watch this video and do nothing. They'll nod, feel inspired for 10 minutes, and then go right back to scrolling. But you're different. You're still here. That means something. So here's my challenge. Pick a day this week, mark it on your calendar, and commit to the reset. No half measures, no I'll try. Either you do it or you stay stuck. If you're ready to stop being average and actually take control of your life, do 2 things right now. First, hit that like button, not for me, but as a commitment to yourself. Let that click be the moment you decided to change. And second, subscribe to this channel. Because if you're serious about growth, you need content that doesn't sugarcoat the truth. And that's exactly what we do here. Drop a comment and tell me, when are you doing your hard reset? Write the date. Make it real. Your future self is watching right now, and they're begging you to start today. Don't let them down.